Yeah. All right. So, just let me just kind of like arc into it. So just introduce
Yeah.
yourself and talk about how you, because you were in Costa Rica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I'm really curious to hear like your little journey and how you came from that to here, like Dream Awakening Bali. Like
Yeah.
just kind of carve out that story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
question
The
is,
question is, start by introducing yourself,
hello.
and then just go into go into what Dream Awakening was for you last year,
Yeah.
and how that's kind of arced into this year.
Okay.
So you're just telling your story.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Whenever I'm ready.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right now.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Yeah. You get me. I'm just here listening.
Well, the name Shine was my like hippie rebirth name, playa name. When I hit the road, that's what I became. It's how I want to live the world. So it's a constant reminder to just shine my highest self. The Dream Awakening Circus, the journeys, the trials, the tribulations, the revelations, the juicy, juicy, juicy yum. So the Dream Awakening Circus originated, I'm sure, in the collective consciousness of star beings. Like it was a direct download from some incredible light beings. Leela, this incredible, incredible goddess, she had the idea for the Divine Playground, divineplayground.org, check it out. She had the idea for the Divine Playground, which would just be this incredible bliss bubble, this Eden where we could all come together in unity and just live off the land, live with nature, create this safe container that we could grow, learn, love, evolve in together. She had all these incredible ideas for it. She just needed to like launch off with it. So I'm with her in Oregon and we're hanging out and she tells me the idea for this Divine Playground, and immediately it just resonates like deep in my heart. I'm like, yes, this needs to happen. How can we do it? And somehow we got to talking about a free school. And if you're not familiar with the concept of free school is a non-hierarchical form of education. Basically, for me, it's like a tribal revival, where we get back together, we live as a tribe, and we share our skills with the tribe. So whatever you're talented in, you get to present your talents in this safe container to each other. It empowers people to both be students and facilitators, which is incredible because maybe you have these amazing talents, but you're not sure how to share them with the world yet. We create this safe container for each other to cultivate their powers as a facilitator and be able to share that openly with each other. The way this free school works is it's completely, what I really wanted to do is a non-exclusive Jedi free school, because I see all these incredible retreats popping up everywhere, all these like new age hippy dippy Jedi trainings and all this yummy, but at the same time it costs so much money. So I wanted to build this container but have it completely non-exclusive. So the idea for a free school came up. We manifest the land and we just put it out there, and someone wants to host it. Someone resonates deep in their heart with this project and they just want to open up their space to us. So what we do is we just manifest the land. This year in Bali, we just put it out there. Like, we need the perfect space. Anand Krishna, this amazing man, we put it out. I think the way Aya actually was the person who got it, and I think the way she got it was she like posted online on like a conscious community forum and just presented the idea about our Dream Awakening Circus, and it was reciprocated by this amazing man, which takes us to this incredible ashram, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. So we manifest a space for free, a free venue, and then we're able to host a free school. And unlike a retreat, you're fully involved. Like, the students are the facilitators are the students. It's literally taking like Gandhi's philosophy and being the change you wish to see. If there's something you don't like about your school, I shouldn't say not like, but something you wish to change about your school, then we empower you to step up and just be able to create that change. Like, hey, I want more workshops, so I'm going to host a workshop today. It really puts you in the driver's seat. It's a fully interactive school created by you, for you. I never resonated with education growing up. It was just, for me, there was nothing about it I wanted to do. It just activated this incredible rebellious, like, kind of little shit in me that's like, I'm not going to do this. This doesn't make sense. It didn't resonate with my highest self. It was just not something I wanted to do. So instead of going through those schools, we created our own school. So we're fully in the driver's seats now. We're fully empowering each other as conscious creators to educate each other. which I feel as the world shifts, more and more of these free radical schools are going to be popping up. Because a lot of this information is still underground, so now we're starting to bring it to the mainstream. We're starting to bring it to each other. Thanks to things like the internet, we're able to like share these skills finally. So the Dream Awakening Costa Rica, Leela presented this incredible idea, and she was in her feminine, fully like imagining and creating just divine grandmother spider energy, just spinning this web of incredible ideas. And I saw this opportunity to just step up and fully empower myself in my masculine, hold this foundation, hold this space for her, and say, Leela, complete direct linear like masculine energy, Leela, we're doing this project. And at first she was like, no, Shine, like it was like we have to work out the kinks, everything has to be perfect, like we have to make the space perfect, like divine feminine, that's fine. So we're just doing it. We're going to do it. It's going to happen. We're going to say in Costa Rica, we're going to write up the proposal, the people are going to show up, the land's going to show up, it's all just going to fall in place. I have divine trust because I feel it in my heart. And at first she was still a little hesitant, and she's like, I don't know. Like she really wanted to do it, but there was just taking that leap. She needed that support from community to like make that leap, as we all do sometimes. So I said, well, if you're not going to do it, I'm doing it. So I'm doing a free school in Costa Rica. You're welcome to come. She said, I want to play. I said, yeah, you want to play? Let's play. And so right there on the spot, we whipped out a big storyboard, and we just started writing ideas. Like Presto Manifesto, a giant sheet. We just started writing like Eden, organic food, jungle, waterfalls, bliss agents. We want surfing. We want aerials, gymnastics, just all of our dreams coming in. We want yoga teachers. We want professional clowns. How about some belly dancers? Throw that into acrobats? Heck yeah. We want this incredible conscious community. We're just sending the call out for bliss agents and light workers to just come and starseed our school. So we wrote it up that night on Facebook. We put out an event invitation, and we completely advertised it on Facebook. And I went down there a few months later. When I showed up, I forgot the story about how the land was manifested. So the man we were working for at the time heard about our project, and he just happened to have land in Costa Rica, like 5 kilometers away from where Leela had land. And he said, do the project on my land. Boom, instantly manifested this incredible permaculture farm, 3 houses, multi-tiers. There's a national park in the back. We could literally walk 15 minutes behind us. There's this giant waterfall. You could hike down the waterfall through jungle ravine. Like literally I saw a puma one day, like parrots, all the lush green moss, clay, you name it, just jungle vibrations. You could walk down and you were at the beach for sunset. We had surf, barely any people. There was surfboards, complete Eden, complete paradise. I show up, I'm the first person to get there, and no one has really been living in the house for a few years. And when I get there, it's pitch black. I'm at the bottom of this hill with literally this treasure map, like, walk to the end of the road in Costa Rica. When the road ends, there will be a giant hill. There'll be a path to the right with a fence that's broken. Like, go up through the fence, cross the creek, and try to find Gapo, the indigenous man who lives on the land. So it starts pouring rain. I'm in the pitch black. I have this giant backpack of circus props, like you name it. I have exercise balls in there. I have yoga books. I have like many pairs of staffs, toys, like hula hoops. It's just the circus is fully in town. I start climbing up this hill, and it's just an incredible incline. Like every day you were just working to get up this hill. Working to get up it. I meet this little kid. Like, Gapo? Do you know Gapo? And the kid's like, of course, because it's a tiny little village. So we start trekking up the hill in search of this Gapo, the indigenous man who lives up there. And it's pouring rain. He's leading me across a creek, like over sticks. He's all nimble and quick, jungle agile. I'm just coming from San Francisco, so I kind of got a little city softness to me. And he's like showing me the ropes of this jungle book we're living. I fall into the creek, and I'm just like covered in mud and like crawling up, and just giant backpack on my back. We finally get to this place, and like, is Gapo here? And we see all these like indigenous Costa Ricans, and he's with his family, and he just has this small little humble home, and they're cooking, and he goes, I go, Gregorio sent me. And he's like, oh, Greg. And he just like smiles. He barely speaks any English at all. He speaks like an indigenous tongue and like a little bit of Spanish. So he leads me up to the hill, to like the temple space where we're gonna live, where no one's lived in a long time. There's no power working there. It's pouring rain. And he goes, okay, check on you in a couple days. So just like, it's just pouring rain, and I'm sitting there, and the jungle is just alive and singing and speaking to me. So for the next few days, I'm just hanging out, like exploring relics of like past people who have lived there. Just exploring. I'm fully in the jungle, fully by myself, and I start just like holding space and creating foundation for our Dream Awakening free school to come in. And then slowly, like, a month rolls by and people start to trickle up the hill, and I'm meeting them down there. There's specific like advice not to walk up the hill at all, because like there's many poisonous snakes in the area that come out after dark. I remember hanging my hammock up in the jungle, and Gap was like, no, muy peligroso. Like, why? It's like, puma. So there's literally like pumas on the land. It's wild as wild can be, just national park all behind us. And I start holding space, and sure enough, like, weeks go by and people just start trickling in until finally we reach our peak, and we have 20 incredible bliss agents from all over the world, and we just literally live in Eden. Like, we're living this fairy tale of a life. We have magical ponds and fairies, and there's cacao trees on our land, and there's papaya, and it's just everything you could imagine in your like deepest heart's desire. Incredible. So Costa Rica was just life-changing for me. It was like I really grew up a lot on that trip. I kind of felt I've been gypsying and vagabonding for a little while. Not directionless, because I found Circus in my life, and that's given me a direction, multiple directions. But after Dream Awakening in Costa Rica, it was really a chance to fully step into this leadership role, into this empowered, like, holding space. Look what I can create, and look how I can hold people together. So Dream Awakening in Costa Rica was just life-changing for me. And everyone I've talked to